Hello, so tonight I am going to be cooking gourmet burgers from our lovely friends. In particular, I want to say thank you to Ellie, our friends at Burger and Beyond, who have sent a packet meal for four. Unlike your fast food that you go out and buy, by the time you get it home, it's freezing cold. This one, they send you all the ingredients and you can make it yourself. So let's have a look at what's in the box. Some temperature sealed wrapping, of course, to keep everything fresh. Okay, put my glasses on. So with our meal that serves four, we have bacon butter burger kit, and we also have a truffle tots kit, tater tots. So what do we have for our burger? We have brioche buns, sesame seed ones. Oh, a nice packet of ice to keep everything fresh. Right, what have we got? Oh, we've got a great big huge slab of beef patty for making our burgers. We have some thin smoked sliced bacon. We have some American cheese. We have some burnt butter mayo. And we have some pickled onions. That's all for the burger. And then for the tater tots, we have our tater tots. We have some truffle mayo, we have Parmesan cheese, and we have a little pot of sage. Nice. So let's move that out of the way. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to study our instructions, have a good look through, and then make sure I've got everything prepped so we can get everything going. So having looked at the instructions with our truffle tots kit, you can deep fry these or you can do them in the oven. So I'm going to go for the slightly healthier option and do them in the oven. The prep time for these is roughly 10 minutes, cooking time about 15. And also in terms of the burger, that is cooking time for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to get the tater tots in the oven first. Just grab a pair of scissors. So it tells me here, nothing special to do with the tater tots to begin with, apart from pop them on a baking tray and put them in the oven on electric 180. So there we go. Let's just pop that out the way. There we are, all our lovely little tater tots. So first things first, is our oven up to speed? Nearly. There we go, so I'm going to just pop those in the oven. And they're supposed to go in for about 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put those in for 8 minutes to begin with. And then I'm going to turn them once the 8 minutes are up, just to make sure we get that lovely golden colour all the way over. And I shall put the rest of our tater tot stuff to one side. And now I'm going to have a quick read of what I need to do with the burger. Rightio, so our tater tots are in the oven. We're going to move on to our burgers now. So the first thing they advise to do, after breaking out the meat, is to divide this up into four and form them into kind of meatballs. So I'm going to chop that into 4 pieces relatively evenly, and then with gooey hands, they're nice and clean, of course, rather large meatballs. I'm going to nick a bit from there because that was a bit thicker on that one. And 4. There we go, lovely. Right, I'm going to set those to one side. Bear with me while I wash my hands. Okie dokie, so now what we need to do is lightly toast our brioche buns. Let's get these out. Brioche buns just have that slightly sweeter taste, don't they, to normal bread. The challenge is getting into the packets. Right. And what it suggests is that we cut these in half, and then rather than toast them in a toaster or the grill, actually fry them till they're golden brown on the cut sides of the bun in a frying pan. So, having cut those open, I'm going to add a small knob of butter to the frying pan. Excuse the state of my pan, so you'll see that the non-stick surface on that one is coming off rather significantly, so we'll do that. I keep referring back to my instructions to make sure that I do this as suggested. And also in a small amount of oil, is it? In a small amount of oil, we're going to fry the bacon. Oh, there's the first 8 minutes of our tater tots done. So I'm just going to turn those over. Luckily for me, I actually have a warming drawer, because I think trying to film this and talk to you guys at the same time means I'm not doing this all in one go. Oh, they smell lovely. I mean, it's only potato, but so I'm going to put those on for another 8 minutes. Okay. Would help if I actually turned my hob on, and I'm going to get a small amount of oil out now. I'm just going to use normal vegetable oil for the bacon. And it suggests cooking the bacon on a medium heat. Got lots of nice pancetta bacon here, so I'm going to pop that in. As you can hear, the butter starting to sizzle now for me to do the buns. Let's try and separate this bacon up. Lots of thin streaky pieces. I was just about to say how nice it smelled, but of course that's the butter I can smell in the other pan. See if we can get all this in here. Okay, let's just pop that all in there for a minute. Right, and of course I left that to go too hot, so I'll just let that butter cool down for a second. And whilst I do that, I shall get a plate out. Okay, right, let's get these brioche buns on the go. Soak up the bit of butter while they're doing. Let's get the first ones going. Let's just turn up the bacon a little bit while we're doing that. Okay, let's straighten all this out so we can fry nicely. Okie dokie, so I have cooked the brioche buns, or toasted them slightly in the saucepan, and I put them in the warming drawer because I'm lucky enough to have one. I have cooked up the bacon now until it's nice and crispy. It does on the instructions say to put a lid over that to keep it nice and warm. However, like I said, I'm lucky enough to have a warming drawer, so I'm going to pop that in there as well. Right, the next step, I've got 2 saucepans on the go now. It tells us now to get the saucepans until they are smoking hot, which they are looking anyway. We're going to pop a meatball into the centre of each. I am now going to flatten with my spatula. Easier said than done. my tater tots, you can hear. Okay, that's one. Right, okay, I'm going to season with some pepper and also some salt. And it recommends to cook those for about 1.5 minutes at the moment. Check on our tater tots. Right, I'm going to leave those in there at the moment. They're not golden brown just yet. So we are cooking our burgers now on a high heat. And turn that one just a tad, because that one's rather hot. How exciting. My kitchen is steaming quite a lot now. I would normally put the extractor fan on, but I'm afraid it would be a bit noisy. I'm going to open the window slightly. I'm going to get my American cheese open ready. The rubbish. Oh yeah, we are smoking. So it advises to put 2 slices of cheese on each burger. So let's just get those separated. Okie dokie. I've not timed it. It does say 1.5 minutes on each side really, but I've not timed it. Okay, I'm going to flip that one over. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Let's flip that one over as well. We're going to pop 2 slices of American cheese on top of that one while it cooks. 2 slices of American cheese on top of that one, it cooks, and cook it for a further 1.5 minutes like that. And whilst that's doing, I'm going to start to assemble my first burgers. Woo! Right then, so what does it say? It says we are going to add some burnt butter mayo and onions to the bottom half of the bun, and then we're going to put our burger on it when it's ready. So, I'm going to get 2 burgers out. Okay, so let's assemble our first 2 burgers. I have our burnt butter mayo, so I'm going to pop some of that onto the bottom of these 2 buns. And there we go. I'm going to make sure I've got some left over for the other 2. Just spread that out a bit. A bit more on. And then going to add some of our pickled onions. To the bun. Try and not get too much juice on them. Or to lose them for that matter. There we go. Now then, we're going to pop our first 2 burgers onto the buns. 1. Take those off the heat while I do it so that it doesn't continue to smoke. And I'm guessing that the bacon goes on top. Add some burnt, patch it with 2 slices of bacon, and there we go. Right, what have I done? Okay, bacon. So we want 2 slices, oh, excuse me. Got 1 and 2 on there. 1. 2 2 on there. And we are going to pop those on the top. Wow, how cool do they look? They look rather huge, but also rather delicious. We will have a verdict for you in a moment. I'm just going to quickly finish off the tater tots now. I'm hoping will be cooked through nicely. Right, I'm going to pop those into a dish. Woo, without losing any. There we go. And what we are going to do is we are then going to place the tater tots in a bowl, pour over the truffle mayo. So let's pour that over the top. Now, the only thing I haven't done here is I haven't fried the sage like it suggests, which is a garnish. So I've not actually done that. I guess the flavours would come out of the sage. Oh, that tastes nice. And then over that, we are going to sprinkle our parmesan. And there we have it. How delicious does that taste? Look, even. So I will serve this up and I will give you a verdict very shortly. So if you can see me in amongst all the smoke, which is all completely my fault, then I'm going to give our burger from Burger and Beyond, I had to check the name, right now. So first of all, because I love potatoes, I'm a real chip fan and things like that, I'm going to taste our tater tots. Really nice. Yeah, they're really nice. And the mayonnaise and the parmesan on top tastes really, really delicious. Now, you will witness what a big mouth I've got. So let's give this a go, as everything's falling out the bottom. That's really good. Really good. The beef is really, really nice. Because let's face it, if you don't have decent beef, the burger's never going to be good. But the mayo, the burnt butter mayo, is quite subtle. It's not got particularly strong flavour. And I was thinking with the pickled onion in it as well, that might have a really strong taste, but that's quite subtle too. So it doesn't overwhelm the taste of the burger. And then of course you've got the cheese and the bacon as well. And the brioche bun just adds that little bit of sweetness. So, all in all, very, very nice. I would definitely recommend. Not too difficult to do, she says, even though my kitchen is full of smoke. But yeah, really, really tasty, really nice.